Hello, my friends. Welcome to episode 9 of Bumble's Hollow. Aren't these guys great? I've got all of these villagers, and they're doing such a good job of standing there looking important. But look at those prices. I mean, they're kind of ridiculous. They're way too high. I mean, 22 carats for one emerald? That's highway robbery. So, we're going to do something about that today. We're going to do several things that are going to help with improving the prices there. And some of those things might be a little bit stupid based on how far I am in the game, but you know what? I'm going to do them anyway. So, what my goal today is I want to build a gold farm on top of the nether, and that'll help me get all the gold that I need for making the golden apples for healing our villagers after we turn them into zombies. I'm not sure if you've seen how to build a gold farm, but the most common way to do it is put it on top of the nether. So I'm going to have to actually break a hole into the nether roof, and I'm going to put a nether portal right above this one on both sides. I made sure that I've got enough obsidian so that I can put in a portal if I get stuck up there. And then we're going to try and break a hole through bedrock so that we can get between the regular nether and the roof of the nether. Once I've got that done, we're going to build the gold farm and get ridiculous amounts of gold, which will be useful for, making those golden apples, but also we might use gold as building blocks. I'm not really sure yet. But then, of course, there's also the fact that we can use that gold for the other thing that I plan on building in the nether, either this episode or the next, and that would be a Piglin trading farm, which, if you've seen anything about them, are these ridiculously overpowered trading centers that give you lots of cool stuff. So, the first thing that I'm going to do here today is build up to Y level 128 on this side, and I'm going to build myself a portal frame. Then I'm going to go through to the nether down here and go up and get through to the nether roof and build the portal on the other side and link them up. So let's get started, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so I have my new nether portal on the overworld side at least, right there. I'm going to be building a tower and something here yet. I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to design, but I've got a few ideas, so we'll see what happens. But now, that was the easy part. Now I have to go over to the nether side and see about getting a nether portal installed. And we'll see if we can do that. So, what I've done is I've gone searching for a block of bedrock that is at Y level 127 in the nether. So, with a little bit of work, I was able to find, I believe it's that one right there. Let's just check. Targeted block 127, yes. Okay, so, in order to get above the nether, in theory, I've seen this and I've never done it, so we're about to find out if it works. But we fire an ender pearl. And that didn't work. Oh, we got it. Yay, mushrooms. Okay, so now I need to find the coordinates for my other portal here. Okay, so I have my nether portal built, and let's cross our fingers. Well, finger crossing worked, so we are now there. Let's see if it'll link back. Success. But I'm going to actually take this down and fix the orientation of it, because I really want it to, face the same way in both the overworld and the nether. So I'll do that, and then we'll get on to the next task. This is the piece of bedrock that I need to break. So I've learned about a technique for breaking bedrock from Raiseworks, and I'll post a link to the video down in the description. But it's apparently a very simple way of doing so. I'm going to take his word for it, because I haven't actually done it yet, and I'm a little bit scared, have to admit. So we're just gonna do this. I've seen Impulse SV use this on the Hermitcraft server. So place that, and then a couple of TNT, and that lever, one of those, piston. So what I will do is get in here, we hit the lever, do that, and then we'll be able to start spam clicking right there, and when the TNT goes off, hopefully the block update will let us have a hole in the bedrock. Let's give it a shot. Now I only have 6 TNT, so I'm going to just you're going to give this a try and hope. And let's see what happened. Wow, first try. Okay, I am really super excited about that. I wasn't expecting the first try to get it, but wow, and I only got half a heart of damage, so I mean this is great. So I can now get up and down from the nether using that portal or the one down there, and this is all really cool. So wow. I wasn't actually expecting that to work the first time, or at all, but I'm cool with that. So, alright, so the next step is that we are going to have to build our gold farm. The first thing that I'm going to need to do is find the right biome for that, put together all the stuff that I need. We'll get started on building. Okay, so this exciting location right here, in the middle of nowhere, is actually right over a great big lava field down below that the open space goes right up to bedrock, so that there's really nothing going to be spawning down below in this area. And we need that because we're going to be building a gold farm right at this location up. I'm using a design that I found by Ray's Again, he's got some really fantastic videos. We're gonna build that way up there at the build limit, and I'll time lapse that, and you can see how it's built. And hopefully, we can get this done without me dying too many times because, well, since I've got to build it up considerably, and I don't have any way to fly yet, this could be dangerous and stupid. But I'm going to do it anyway. So, let's get into that time lapse and see how this goes. I have completed the gold farm. I figure I'll give you a few pointers on this. Ray's says that this is a quick half-hour build, and that is probably true in creative mode, but in survival this took about 3 hours. Building the platform, one of the things that you probably noticed is that this is all magma block. I had to crouch the whole time. When you crouch, you don't actually get hurt by standing on magma block. When you are building, build a quarter of the platform at a time at most, and make sure that you're putting in the half slabs up above, or else you're going to end up getting ghast spawns, and that ends up being really, really painful. Other things to take into account here are when you are building and putting stuff together, make sure you don't accidentally hit one of the zombie piglins, because you will die. I have a turtle egg up there, and that attracts all of these guys. And what doesn't attract them, my iron golem here will aggro these guys. So I apparently made a bit of a tactical error. There's a spot up there where there's a lot of zombie piglins dying and dying and dying and dying, and they're dropping a lot of stuff. And I put 3 hoppers on each side. And I didn't think about putting in the storage system before this went live. Yes, I'm a bit of an idiot. So, now, when I go up there, my frame rates drop to about 5 frames a second because my computer can't keep up with all the death and all of the stuff that's just floating there. So, I am going to have to build a storage system that can handle all of this stuff, and we'll see what we can do about making this a little bit more friendly on my computer. Alright, so I spent a little while designing a storage system. It's pretty simple, just uses a standard sorting system, but I only wanted the gold nuggets. Everything else I didn't need. I don't need the zombie flesh, and I don't need all of the golden swords that they drop. So right there, I've got just a simple dropper, and anytime anything goes into the dropper, it fires it into a pool of lava and it disappears. So all I've got is gold nuggets. And this is from roughly half an hour of AFKing. And the best part is if you look at my experience levels, I've got 88. Now, what I should tell you is that 2 blocks away from finishing my storage system, I fell off of this thing and died. So I had 0 levels, and I came back in here, and I just sat here. And I get insane amounts of experience from this. Like, look at this. Like, I don't even know how many levels this is going to be. And it was just, like, the couple of minutes that it took for me to go from down there to back up here. With that being said, and all of this wonderful XP coming my way, and all of this wonderful gold coming my way, there are some things that I want to do with that gold. First and foremost, those gold nuggets are going to be fantastic for making golden apples, and I'm going to grab a couple of stacks of those. But more importantly, I need gold ingots to trade with. There is, in 1.16, the new Piglin bartering system, and I want one of those. There's a lot of drops that they give that, if I've got a system set up properly, will provide everything that I need for building my mega base. I am going to build something that will take all of the drops, well, not all of the drops, but a lot of the gold, and send it over to some sort of a Piglin trading center that I'm going to have. I will start building that up and get a couple of Piglins in here and set up a storage system for their set of drops, and this is going to be great. So let's get started on that, and I'll see you on the other side of the time lapse. So I'm feeling really accomplished right now because I now have a fully completed gold farm, XP farm, and Piglin bartering farm. So I'll show you how this all works. We start by taking, well, a bunch of nuggets out of here, going to the crafting table and making ingots there. And then we toss all of our ingots just into that hole. Part of why I'm feeling kind of accomplished right now is because this design is something that I kind of figured out myself. So you'll notice that these guys are not doing anything. I've got my 2 friends here. There's Porky Piglin and Crispy Bacon. But here, I'm going to get a better view here. I kind of figured this one out for myself. I think I've seen this dropper system somewhere else, but I could not figure out where. But what happens is when I push this button, it turns on a redstone torch underneath this dropper for a second, and pops out some gold. And when that gold's on there, it turns off the redstone torch. And every time they pick it up, it turns it on to spit out another gold. And the reason I use the soul sand right here is because it's low enough, because it's not a full block, there's a little bit of a gap underneath the glass blocks that are above their head, and they're able to pull stuff down from there. Sorry, I just had to pick up a Bumble cat and put him back on the floor because he decided that he was going to get between me and the microphone. Now, on that note, I should probably tell you that this server, this Minecraft series, is actually named after my cat Bumble. He is one of the most loving, adoring, dumb as a stick cats in the world, and I love him for all of that. So he got himself a Minecraft series because of it. So what I'm really looking forward to is all the quartz that's going to be coming through here, because starting the next episode, I'm hoping to finally be able to get started on building more than just the frame of my mega base. Okay, there we go. We've got a little bit of nether quartz there. We did a lot today in this episode. We got on top of the nether. We built ourselves a fantastic golden experience farm, and we've got ourselves a Piglin bartering farm. So I think that's pretty much where we're going to leave the episode for today. And as of next episode, we are going to get started on getting the mega base filled out a little bit. So, thank you again for watching this episode. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so and hit that like button. And we'll see you next week.